All right, so next up we've got FAU versus Northwestern. Really good matchup here. Really one of the tougher games for me to pick in the bracket. Winner gets a shot at Uconn. FAU 25-8, second in the American currently. We know last year they went on a serious run to the Final Four. Haven't been as impressive this year, but I think they are pretty talented. I really wish these teams weren't playing each other because I had plans pre-bracket for both these teams to go pretty far, obviously, but that's not going to happen. But I'm really high on both these teams. I can't wait for this one. As most 8-9 games are, I think this one's going to be pretty good. But Florida Atlantic, let's look at their schedule a little bit. You got a win over Loyola Chicago, 75-62. Loyola won the regular season title in the A10 conference. You got a loss to Bryant. Bryant's not very good, so that's not really helpful to the resume. But these wins right here are pretty good to me. Butler didn't make the tournament. They had a kind of 50-50, 500 record, but not bad. They actually beat some good teams. That's a good win. You got a win over Texas A&M, which is a tournament team. That's a good win for FAU. Virginia Tech, similar to Butler, not the best record, but we're kind of actually on the bubble, so to speak. Super good win there, winning by, 34 points. You got a win over a Charleston team, which is in the tournament. That's a good win. A single-digit loss to Illinois. We know what Illinois is capable of. Obviously won the Big Ten tournament. High seed. That's a good loss right there. I'll take that one. But most importantly here, you've got a double overtime win over Arizona. All right, Arizona, the 2 seed in North Carolina's region. Super good win there. All right, those Illinois and Arizona games are the reason kind of for hope for FAU. I know they probably didn't deserve the 9 seed or 8 seed, whatever they got, 8, 9. What seed are they again? I keep forgetting. 8 seed. All right, hope they probably didn't deserve, the 8 seed they got due to the resume. But people complain about the resume. It's because of Arizona is why they were up there. Okay, no other team that we're talking about beat, somebody of that caliber. Yes, Seton Hall beat Uconn, but they're not in the tournament. Florida Gulf Coast, that loss right there, not a very good loss as well. And then Charlotte, not the best loss, but Charlotte actually had a pretty good record. You got wins over UAB, which ended up making the tournament out of this conference. Let's see, then a loss to UAB in overtime. You've got basically the team you couldn't beat in South Florida, okay? South Florida, kind of ran that conference there in the regular season, ultimately ended up not winning it. And then Memphis, you've got a loss as well. Memphis was on that bubble, and then you lost to Temple in the tournament. FAU, kind of a mixed bag. Like I said, they have good wins. Talking about Arizona, talking about A&M, Butler, Virginia Tech, Loyola Chicago, but some weird losses as well. So let's talk about Northwestern. 21-11, third in the Big Ten, led by Boo Buie. All right, really impressive. If you don't know Boo Buie, you're going to know him pretty soon. He's actually a baller, really good player. But looking at their resume, you've got a win over Dayton. Dayton, a tournament team. That's a huge win there. You've got an overtime win against Purdue. All right, Purdue, a 1 seed. We know what they're capable of. Northwestern, I'm really surprised they were a 9 seed. I know a lot of people were kind of pushing them down, but I actually had them really high when I was making my brackets, kind of like a 5 or 6 seed, just because they had these impressive wins. Dayton, Purdue, Illinois. That's more impressive wins than a ton of teams have. So I'm kind of surprised they were this far. Now, they are dealing with injuries right now, so I'm hoping that doesn't impact them too much in the tournament, but you still got Boo Buie, so you do have a shot, I think. Let's see, you lost to Mississippi State. Mississippi State, tournament team, obviously. Chicago State lost. That one I really don't understand. Let's see, you've got a 30-point loss to Illinois. All right, Illinois is good, but still you don't want to lose about 30 points to them. Single-digit loss to Wisconsin. That's a tournament team, so that's okay. Lost to Nebraska. All right, similar to Wisconsin. That's a tournament game, so no big deal. You got a win over Illinois, so that puts you with a win over Illinois and Purdue, like I said. Let's see, lost to Purdue in overtime, not bad. Lost to Minnesota in overtime. That looks bad, but Minnesota actually had a pretty good record, so that's not a bad loss. 3-point loss to Rutgers. That one's not good. Then losses to Iowa and Michigan State, then Wisconsin in the tournament ultimately. Nothing too bad here, really. Like I said, actually a pretty good resume. Besides that Chicago State loss, that's really the only one that's a little questionable. Ultimately, though, I think this is going to be a really good game. I think both these teams actually could give Uconn a game. I've been really impressed when I've watched Uconn. Like, I think they are the team to beat. But both of these teams, like I said, if they weren't in this region, I actually think they had a good chance of going pretty far, but they got stuck playing Uconn next. This is a really good matchup. Both of these teams have Sweet 16 second weekend potential, I think, being Northwestern and FAU. Northwestern, when you got Boo Buie. FAU, you made that deep run last year. I think you are capable of doing it again. You brought a lot of the same guys back. I think this is going to be a really good game. I think Northwestern ultimately is going to get the win by single digits, though, because Boo Boo is just ultimately too much for FAU. But FAU's got a lot to throw at you, and I think this is going to be a really entertaining game. I can't wait for this one. But let me know who you think wins this game down in the comment section. Also, if you see this little ticker right here, I am hosting a tournament group challenge on ESPN Tournament Challenge. To join my group, all you got to do, go to my community tab on my channel. Click the link. It'll be the first post under my community tab. Go to that, submit your entry. First place winner gets a free AG t-shirt. All you got to do, be a YouTube subscriber. All right, so let me know who you think wins this game down in the comment section. Like this video and subscribe.